Hello, welcome to News by Muse. We have Ben Snow today, visual effects supervisor for, if you haven't seen it yet, it's awesome. Twisters. It's currently out in theaters. It's going to be coming home pretty soon. What was it like working on this film?
It was terrific. I'd worked on the original film, and it was great to be able to come and revisit the world of storm chasing with the technology that we have now. And just Lee Isaac Chung, the director, was a dream, and the actors were game for anything we would put them through. So it was a terrific experience.
Yeah, and it was so much, it's such different technology now from back in the 90s to now. And you're seeing like so much better formation, so much use with what technology is right now. How was it to use these new special effects and for this film?
It was good. I mean, I remember after we made the first one, within a few years later, we were like, oh, wow, I wish we could make it now with the tool set that we have. And since then, we've learned so much about how these real storms are made. We have so much better reference. There's a lot of storm chasers, some of them inspired by the original Twister that are out there. And so we've got a lot of footage, a lot more knowledge, and a lot more computing power, which is really important to make these very realistic looking tornadoes.
And the one thing a lot of people don't realize is that with special effects, it's not just making the tornadoes, it's environments and getting that feel. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
No, it's funny because, there's a scene in the movie where the characters are backing up down a road, the tornadoes chasing them. Shot a beautiful road in Oklahoma, red road, beautiful trees around it. But we had to make all of that move because of the tornado. So we're talking like miles of area that have to be. So all of the trees had to be matched in the computer and recreated so that we could blow them around with the ferocity of the tornado. So there's a lot more beyond the tornado. There's the weather, there's all the dust on the road, there's the blowing foliage, there's all the debris flying through, just a lot of stuff that we get added. And then, we have animators to try and give the tornadoes their individual character. And so there's a lot of different artists that have to be involved in creating this.
The only thing I didn't see when I saw it the first time was a cow flying by. And I don't know
Ha!
if there
I
was one or
know. We
not.
have a chicken, a real chicken.
Exactly.
Um, and the chicken was not harmed. No, the chicken was great. And yeah, it's we snuck a couple of secret cows in there. If you're seeing it at home, you can sort of pick through, and you might see a couple of cows in there.
Exactly. And that's the only ways you could actually do that is when you get the physical copy at home or on digital. Uh, are there any, do you know of any special scenes that we're going to be able to see and see behind the scenes on your work on the special effects in this home release?
I think there's a couple of certainly home release things that they've done where we talk about the nature of the different tornadoes, and because we tried to give each of them their own character. So, there's a different quality to the way they move, the way they look. Isaac had sort of, it's very important to him that each of them be distinct from one another. So he put a lot of work into developing all those different things, and hopefully some of the supplementary materials will give people some insight into that.
Yeah, and did you actually have use of like the volume, and did you use that during, or was it all practical in?
That's really interesting. Yeah, we talked about potentially using the volume, and it certainly can be used for stuff like this. But with Twisters, we really tried to do as much for real as we could. So we went out wherever possible with our actors, filmed in Oklahoma. It's a beautiful part of the country, beautiful landscapes. And so having the actors out there, and we had our big wind machines, we had all of that come along with the filmmaking group. So it was in general, we tried to do it for real rather than try and do it in a more controlled environment.
Yeah, and that's cool. And you can really see it off of the screen. I've seen the volume, I've been on it, I've shot
It's
on it.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, but it's just sometimes it's just you need that reality of being in.
Yeah, I mean, there's amazing stuff that they do, but with a film like this, that it's anchored in reality, and everyone knows what it's like in a field and all of that sort of thing. It's not another planet or anything. And the effect on the actors of we're really blowing dust at them, and it's an experience that it's better to try and do it in the field.
Yeah, I agree. Ben, you did an amazing job on this, and all your team. did an
It was an
amazing job.
amazing team. We were so lucky. Industrial Light and Magic was the main vendor on the show. In fact, did all of the tornado shots on the film, and just we were so lucky with everyone. But the whole crew was incredible as well. Quite a few veterans from the original, and including on the visual effects team as well. So yeah, I think we were all happy to be doing it, and Isaac did a great job of leading us, and we just had a good time creating it, and we hope it's as good a time for everyone who gets to see it.
Yeah, man. And from what I've heard from people who saw it, along myself, I loved it. I thought it was a great summer movie. Everybody that I've talked to loved the movie, felt that great summer atmosphere. I can't wait for everybody to see it at home and then
I
pick.
agree. I mean, so many people have said to me, "Oh, look, I took my kid to see it because they've never seen a disaster movie. This was their first disaster movie." And, it's fun. It's a fun ride. It delivers, and it's, friendly, family friendly. And yeah, I think people have a blast.
Exactly. Ben, thank you so much for stopping with us. Really appreciate it. We enjoyed the film. I have my t-shirt with Glenn Powell on there
That's
from the
awesome.
film.
My
So
own tornado. Yeah, I love
yep,
that.
I mean, when they
You
were
got to do it,
I had to
right?
take one. I had to take one. But great movie, great work. Really enjoyed the special effects on this. And we look forward for what's next from what you're going to be working on.
Yeah, well, can't really say anything, but I'm sure I'm looking forward to it too.
We'll find out soon enough.
We'll
We'll
find
find
out
out.
soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you for
Great chatting to you.
thank you.
Thank you.